Hello, friends. How are you? How's life? How was your weekend? You know, when I ask those questions, I mean, like, I really want to know. You know how my weekend was? For the first time in a very long time, meaning months at least, I had a completely unscheduled weekend. And you know what I did with that? Absolutely nothing. And it was fun. Um, we were supposed to have a softball tournament this weekend, but we got rained out. Uh, Saturday, my kid had to work Saturday night, so she was only going to play one game anyway. That game got rained out. All the games got pushed to the evening, and then by the evening they called it completely and said we're going to try to do a one-day tournament tomorrow, which was yesterday, Sunday. And it rained all night, all morning, and they just called. They were like, we can't do this. So I had nothing on the schedule. I had no softball. I had no chores. I had no. I didn't have to go here, go there, do anything. I didn't have. If I didn't want to, I didn't have to do anything. And that's exactly what I did. Friday night, Malia and I had went out for a little meal, which was great. And then yesterday, we took a real quick early morning trip to get some groceries because Saturday we went for the quick groceries, and yesterday was our anniversary, and so I thought we were going to have all of these games on Sunday, so we had our anniversary meal, our anniversary dinner Saturday night. She requested homemade chicken nuggets, which I don't mind making, but it is a huge mess, and it's one of those things like I don't want to make these a lot, but I'll make them every now and then. So we had homemade chicken nuggets for dinner, but for the day, we just sat. Like, I downloaded Call of Juarez Gunslinger on the Switch. I played that Saturday. I played some Western game on my phone. I read some more Westerns. I played bass, of course. I didn't even really play bass that much this weekend. Like, as far as the chore stuff, I don't consider bass a chore, but I did do my assignments. But normally on the weekends, I will play through our sets. So, like, we currently are up to, I think, like 16 songs, and I'll try to run through them each at least once, maybe twice, just playing our songs, just constantly keeping them under my fingers. I didn't do any of that. I just did my assignments. I maybe worked on some new songs a little bit. Yeah, I did. I worked on some new, but nothing, like, I didn't do the, like, just load up 10 songs and play all 10 in a row or anything like that. I played video games. I read. I watched some, like, documentaries, and I chilled. And that was my Saturday. And then Sunday morning, we found out everything got canceled, and I just continued to do that. I did finish Call of Juarez. It's a very short game if all you do is the story. The story was maybe 6 hours total, if that. There is a huge, like, Call of Juarez is like, I mean, it's Call of Duty, but set in Western, so you're a Western gunslinger. And the story is like, little kind of on rails maps where you're running through a town, shooting people up and finding secrets. And then after that, there's arcade mode and then like versus mode and stuff like that. But I don't care about any of that. It was, by the way, it was like $2, so it was fantastic, and it was actually a very, very, very good game, and I felt very justified in the $2. And then I ended up watching a whole bunch of Western stuff because I was just into, and I searched up Western stuff on my phone. I found a cool little Western game I've been playing on my phone. So I'm really like all in on the Western stuff this month. But that was Sunday. I mean, I literally read, played video games, watched videos, just kind of hung out. There's always stuff to do. Like, I did finish this guy. This is the parametric EQ I was working on. I finished. Maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow, and I'll show you my pedal board. I made my pedal board. I finished my pedal board this weekend. Maybe I showed you that already. I don't know. I needed to shoot a video. We'll talk about pedal stuff tomorrow. I don't have the pedal board down here. I've been using it, so it's upstairs. So I did little things like that, but nothing structured, nothing planned. It was just kind of like on a whim, Did some, I did laundry and like, but nothing crazy. And it was good. It's good to take, in times past, those kinds of weekends would have really bothered me. I would have felt like I got nothing done. I'm a loser. I'm a failure. I'm not accomplishing anything. What am I doing with my life? That kind of like talk would always be in the back of my head. And I think that we've talked before. That comes from like my innate fear of being lazy. Like I have like I have a fear of being called lazy because I'm not. Um, I'm a procrastinator and I won't do things that I don't want to do, but I'm not lazy. But I have a fear of it. And so spending a weekend doing nothing, it was raining the whole weekend, just chilling, doing nothing but reading and playing video games and watching documentaries. That feels to me like a complete waste of my life. And what am I doing with myself? I'm not accomplishing anything. I'm not pushing myself forward. But at the same time, if I'm constantly doing those things, if I'm constantly pushing myself forward, am I really giving myself a chance to like appreciate life and enjoy things? And I think that's an important thing to remember, is that like if you're at it 100% of the time, are you taking a chance to enjoy yourself? Maybe being at it 100% of the time is your enjoyment, and that's fine. When I'm really into something, when I'm like game design or whatever, like but that's not my career. I've never had a career that I'm really into. I have careers that I've enjoyed, and I have jobs that I've enjoyed, but I've never been like, all I want to do is this. There are things that I do that I wish could be my career, but that's not financially feasible. But that doesn't count, right? So going 100% of the time, working 100, my normal work week, and then trying to do some makeup, like put some passion into a subtask or an alternate, reality. For the rest of my time, like there's days when you just gotta stop and you gotta just be like, you know what, it's okay if I just chill. And so I just chilled, enjoyed time with my wife. My kid was here, got to spend some time with her. Yeah, it was a good weekend. So when I ask you, what did you do this weekend, I really mean, like, did you enjoy yourself? Did you, how's things going in your world? I mean that when I say those things. How are you? Are you doing all right? You feel free to let me know. Feel free to say, hey, I'm not doing great because of this, or I'm doing great because of this, or do you want to talk about this, and whatever. That's what we're here for. We're friends. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Like it. Doesn't matter if you liked it, just hit the button. And subscribe, because we're still gaining. I don't know where these people are coming from, but thank you for subscribing. I very much appreciate that. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We have been learning 9 mindful ways to remain calm when others are angry. Number 6, talk less and learn to appreciate silence. Don't say things you'll regret 5 minutes later for the sake of fighting back. Inhale, exhale. A moment of silence can save you from 100 moments of regret. Truth be told, you are often the most powerful and influential in an argument when you are the most silent. Yes. Just chill. Remain silent. And you'd be amazed at how many conflicts are resolved because the other person realizes they're being out of line.